Hey y'all, welcome back to Life with the Walkers. We just wanted to say thank you. We hit 100 subscribers. Aren't you excited?
I am.
I know it's just 100, but
Better than 10.
better than 10. So thank y'all. So keep sharing. And we have a project that we're going to start, and he's going to take over. Because what are you doing?
So we're going to smoke a Boston butt, or whatever you want to call it, a pork butt. And we're going to do this, we're preparing it tonight, and I'm going to inject it with apple juice, and then put it in the refrigerator, and then we'll smoke it in the morning. So what I'm going to do is take this injector and take apple juice and just inject it in different spots into the pork, and then kind of take it in there, wiggle it around, squirt a little bit in. You'll see the meat blow up a little bit. It helps to break down the acid in the juice, helps break down the fats, and it adds a little moisture to it also.
How much apple juice do you put in it?
This is about, well, just 1 cup, literally, measured in measuring cup. You just put it in until you've injected everywhere. I mean, it's not going to take it all. As you can see, it'll shoot back out at you out of the holes. You can see it blow up and it comes out of another hole. You just want to get some in there. A lot of people don't even inject anything into them, but I've had good success doing it.
Yeah, you make the best smoked Boston butt, I will say.
Alright, so now basically I'm just going to put some plastic wrap over it and cover it up. Alright, now that we've covered it in plastic wrap, so basically I'm just going to put it in the refrigerator overnight and then get it out in the morning and put it on the smoker. Alright, so it's the next morning, and what we're going to do this morning is we're going to take some of this Bad Byron's butt rub and we're going to coat the butt with it. Then we're going to get the smoker fired up and put it on there and get it smoking. So you just take this stuff and coat it really good. We'll get this on there. This is going to help create that bark. All right, now that we got the butt all rubbed, I'm gonna We're gonna let it hang out right here while I go and get the smoker fired up and get it up to temp. So what we're using today is the Green Mountain Grill's Davy Crockett pellet grill. So we're gonna get it fired up here, and this thing is simple as can be. All you gotta do is hit this power button, and it starts loading the pellets and lights them up and gets it up to temperature. All right, while we get the smoker up to temperature, I want to talk about, I'm using a pellet grill or pellet smoker, whatever you want to call it. And so some people will say, well, you can't get good barbecue out of a pellet grill. Well, I've gotten really good barbecue out of it, but they are correct. Best barbecue you're gonna get is gonna come from an offset smoker, and I don't have one of those yet. One day I hope to get one of those, but for the meantime, we're gonna use what we got. And the pellet smoker I'm actually using isn't even mine. A friend of mine let me borrow it because I want to get one. I do want to purchase a pellet grill, and I was just wanting to make sure that it would do what I wanted it to do. But so far, it's produced really good barbecue. So we'll show you along the process as we watch the bark develop and get it up to temperature, and then get it wrapped, and then pull it off and pull the pork apart. All right, so now we're gonna put on the butt on the. We're gonna be smoking it fat cap down. I have never tried it fat cap up. Some people do it fat cap up. We're gonna do it fat cap down. We're just gonna set it on there and let it go. We're smoking it at 225. I'm not gonna put a probe in it yet. I'm waiting until later. I let it form some bark and so forth, and it's gonna be on here for a while. I know it's gonna take a long time before it gets up to temp. All right, so we've been here. It's been smoking about 2.5, 3 hours now. So I need to check the pellet hopper. Make sure, see, pellet grill is really efficient. You just have these little pellets in there that are basically, it's just pressed hardwood. And what I'm using is the Pit Boss competition blend, as well as I got a Pit Boss mixture competition blend and the Pit Boss fruit woods. So it adds a real good flavor to the meat. So now what I'm gonna do is check it. I hadn't opened it since we put it on earlier, and I'm gonna actually insert the meat temperature probe. So it's starting to look good. You put here in the fat part, make sure you avoid the bone. You get a
That smells good.
inaccurate read if you hit the bone.
Why is that?
Because you're not getting meat temperature. The bone could be hotter than
Gotcha.
the meat. So we got it in there. And what I'm gonna do also is go ahead and spritz it with some just straight apple juice is all this is. And so this helps to add some moisture. So I'm just gonna spritz it on top. Got a little bit. And it gives the bark a little sweetness too. But there we go. So we'll spritz it about every hour. All right, I took it off the smoker, and what I'm gonna do now is wrap it. So I took it off to wrap it so we didn't dry it out. And also what it can do at this point is that I hit 165 degrees. So between 150, 155, 160, 65, it'll hit a stall, which can take a while to get through it, and it can take a long time to actually reach your target temperature to pull it off totally. So what you can do is, the bark's already formed, so it's not gonna get any more bark. It's not gonna take any more smoke flavor either. At this point, it's reached the temperature where it won't take any more smoke. And so you can wrap it, which is also known as a Texas crutch. So what they'll do, they'll take a brisket and they'll do the same thing. They'll wrap it, and it'll actually speed up the cooking process a little bit. So we're just gonna take some foil. pulled it up. Alright, so now we got it wrapped up. That's what I'm gonna do now is put it back on smoker, and I'm gonna put my probe through the tin foil into the meat, and then we're gonna wait till it reaches the temperature I like to do it, pull it off at is like 202, 205 degrees. Everybody asks, well, how long is it gonna take? Well, when you're cooking, when you're smoking stuff, you never go on time. It's always on temperature. So you gotta plan enough time to start before, if you wanted to eat. We're not gonna eat this one today. We're actually gonna, we'll eat it tomorrow. But you gotta plan your cook so you got enough time before it's actually time to eat.
Check the pellets or anything. How many does it use?
I put some more in there. Alright, well we've reached our temperature range we were trying to get to. So now I'm just gonna go in and probe it, make sure we're consistent in the rest of the area. Alright, so we've let the meat rest, and now we're going to open it up and pull it apart. So pull the skin foil off. And you have your butt and all the juices. So that's what happened when we put it in the foil. It kept all that juice that was coming out. It kept it, and we'll keep that and pour it in our meat. So what the trick is, or the telltale sign if you did your butt right, is they say you can pull this bone out and it'll come out clean. And there it is. Came out clean. So maybe we did it right. So now we're just going to take it and pull it apart. Just tear it to it, and we like to try to separate the fat. Whatever we pull through it, we try to separate the fat out. So a lot of people don't like fat in their barbecue, so we just basically pull it apart.
Especially in our house.
Yes. And pull it apart and...
That smells good. Can I have some?
Oh, yeah. Have a piece.
Oh my gosh. That is so good.
So this outer part is the bark, and it's got all the flavor in it. Some people don't like it, but I like it.
Me too.
So you do it in this little pan here, and then you just wrap it up and throw away the fat and bone.
You're gonna pour that juice back over it when you're done. Is that what
Yeah.
you said?
So now I'm pouring this juice here onto the meat, and it'll add some, keep that moisture in there. Just mix it up. And that's all there is to it. I have me a little taste in here. One second. That's good. Well, that completes our video for how to make a pork butt. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you hadn't already done so, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, and so you get notified of any new videos when we post them, and also hit that like button. Woo! Well, that smells good. You ought to hit that smell-o-vision button on your YouTube app right there. They got a new feature on there. Just go ahead, I'll give you a minute to hit it so you can smell that good flavor. Zoom on in here, let them smell it. Oh, I just kidding with y'all. You know, some of y'all was calling y'all's son and daughter and grandkids in here like, where's that smell-o-vision button they talking about? Well, maybe one day they'll invent that. But until then, y'all have a good evening.